How significant is Jon Stewart joining in the critics?
You know, he's made Obamacare a punchline for America. And what's striking about this is that he's been so critical of Republicans. Everyone knows he's very liberal, Fox News in particular. And his statistics on the demographics of his show are really what make this important. 40% are supportive. Democrats and independents, both of this. And the younger people who watch it, 40% of his viewers are 30 and under.
Precisely the people who need to sign up for this program.
Who need to sign up, right, who are now probably not going to do it.
What about Sean Hannity, who on his radio show called the Obamacare hotline, talked to a woman who's not supposed to talk to the press. He asked her a bunch of questions. She got fired, which became the dominant theme here on Fox News. But Hannity, to his credit, is paying her $26,000 salary for the next year, trying to help her. But should he have done that and gotten somebody in trouble?
I think he can call a hotline. It's a 1-800 number, publicly available, and touted and flagged by the President of the United States himself on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and he asked her permission to come on the air.
I think, you know, the story here is that the only person who's gotten fired yet over Obamacare fiasco is a 1-800 hotline, operator.
Right. And what about, we saw the Kathleen Sebelius parody from SNL. What about the way in which she has been turned into a media piñata and sort of demands that she be fired or somebody be fired? What's your take on that?
Well, it's her job. She's responsible for it. It makes sense. I think the reason she's not going to get fired is they're in the middle of a crisis, and it doesn't make sense to fire the person who's sort of helping you shepherd through it. And I think the administration feels there's no way they could get somebody confirmed.
But here's
I think they also want to do it on their terms. They don't want to look like they were backed into a corner by evil Republicans to fire the head of HHS.
But my problem with this is, okay, either fire her or support her, and they're not doing either. In a New York Times story, the New York Times interviewed her brother and sister to talk about how good of a person she is and her character, and the White House was nowhere behind her. So make a decision.
But in another New York Times story, a person who was not mentioned by name, but who was described as having been close to both Sebelius and the White House, says, well, Kathleen has the title, but she doesn't have the responsibility, or in many respects, the kind of wide authority and access to the president that she really needs to make a difference. So the White House view seems to be, she doesn't really do much, so it's not kind of her fault.
Which is ridiculous. Somebody does need to take the fall for this. Whether or not it's her is up to the President of the United States. There are reasons for it, there are reasons against it. But it needs to be done, and it deserves to be covered.
One of the things we do on this program